don't be knocked down by the idea like that the world is an evil place and we're the smaller thing for having real human feelings and caring for each other and wanting something better. And that's what this music is. It brings us together.
Well, I'm beyond excited to welcome tonight's special guest to the show. A little over a year ago, she hung out with us and said that she and her band were deeply and happily in the creative process for new music. And now we are celebrating their new album, Sanctuary. Amy Lee of Evanescence, thank you so much for joining
Hi,
us tonight.
thank you for having me. Who knew how much more deep it would go? I
That's
mean,
right.
we did it. Finally got
Love it.
there. It was a lot. It was so good. It was a lot.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, listen, that conversation centered around the song Afterlife
Yeah.
that came out as part of the Netflix animated series Devil May Cry. But the song, now maybe hindsight seemed to be much more than a one-off sort of thing. When you created that for Devil May Cry, did it feel like it was the start of what would eventually become Sanctuary?
Honestly, that it has been this era of like things just naturally falling into place for me. And not being afraid to just try stuff. And I probably said that then because it was really starting then. We were already in the studio, working on three of the songs that are on the album with Nick. And we'd already we were touring a ton. So just like when we could make it work, get in together, hey, let's just record these couple, get a start on this. And we came back and like slowly chipped away at those songs over like the course of a year. But we were already in process with that. And then Alex Seaver, who I co-wrote the song with, like came to me and he had like a lot of it. Like he had the whole beginning written and was like, "Hey, I was thinking like, this is for a scene, like for Devil May Cry. Like I thought you'd be awesome to sing on it and do it." And I was like, "Okay." So we sort of like tweaked the little part together and I sang it here. And it was just like a minute or a minute and a half of music. And it was so cool. And I feel like at the same time, everybody was just kind of thinking like, should this just be a full-on Evanescence song? Like, we need to maybe go finish this all the way. And he was down with that, and so we did. And then since we were already in there with Nick, it's like, okay, well, let's work on this one for a minute, and do this thing for this movie. And it turned into such a cool song. And I think it was good because it was kind of right on the money of like this direction that's hard to describe because it's not like a new direction. It's just like a more complete past, present, future direction for
Yeah.
us. That is kind of hard to put my finger on, but part of it has to do with working with great people. And another part of it has to do with, I think, really knowing who we are after all this time and not being on a path of like, hey, like, which is so necessary. Let's go over here for a minute. Like, let's make it more band focused, or like, let's go over here for a minute and make it more orchestra focused and programming stuff. It's not time for that. It's like time for this full picture in the future of us knowing, seeing the whole history leading up until now thing. And Afterlife amazingly like works in that pocket really well. And I think kind of, yeah, like was definitely a part of that moment of like seeing that vision for the album.
I love that. That's amazing. So how long have you worked on Sanctuary?
It's been like 3 years,
Man,
something like that. That's not long for us.
no,
I mean, just because like it's not like that's all we've been doing. Like we've
right.
been touring, we've been doing songs for films and TV and just doing cool stuff. And busier than I thought that we were going to be. Like last year was really in my mind going to be this working on the new album, recording the new album, getting it all done year. And it just turned into so many cool opportunities that I'm just like, yes, we're saying yes to this. Like it's gonna happen. Um, so it was very busy at the end. I had the deadline kind of set because we had to book the tour. Um, so it was like we have to finish by this date or the new music won't be out in time for the tour. And there's no way in hell I'm gonna go out on tour and not do the new music. Like that's the whole
Right.
point. So yeah, it was a little bit of a wild run here at the end, but it was a beautiful energy.
Do you like that? Like, are you energized by that kind of
I am
chaos?
energized by that. If I had it to choose, I would not. I try to avoid that. I really try
Yeah,
to avoid like we have a hard deadline with creativity. If it's stuff that's like just requires work, that's one thing. But if it's like there is an element to it that you can't force, like it has to come from someplace, especially for me in the lyrics. So being kind of like down to the wire on some of the last words was hard, but I'm so, so proud of the writing on the album. I really am. I feel like we're in a moment where I feel like words are really important, and every single line is like an opportunity. It's a chance to like say something that's going to impact somebody, hopefully in a positive way, make them feel something, whether it's feeling understood, or like not alone in something, or like, I don't know, like just not like they're not alone in the
Right.
craziness of everything going on in the world right now, how fucked up it is, and how it feels like our all of our control is being ripped away. And the music for me is like this one place where I can control it. Like, and I am the one who gets to say what it says, and there's nobody that's going to twist the words into something else. And working with all these amazing people, all wanting to pour our hearts into something good that makes people feel good is so life-giving.
Your music, your words have always done that, I think. Like
Thanks.
from day one. Like there's always been that connection. Does that ever feel burdensome to you? And I don't mean like, oh, I don't want to do it. I just mean like overwhelming.
Yeah, for sure. Not that, I mean, I'm not worried about like, I don't know, how people are gonna necessarily
Yeah.
receive it. It's it's more like I just really it's complex. Like it's complex, our feelings. And you can't say all of it's not just the words, it's the words and the music together. Like there's a lot of feeling that comes simply from the music itself. So finding the right ways to like, I don't know, play off of that and make it all make sense and have an impact without being I don't know. It's hard to break that down. It's
Well,
part of it's beyond me. Part of it is just like, I got it. I don't know. I caught something.
yeah, for sure. And that's also the power of music and the music you create, right? That it means something to you, and even if you can't
Yeah.
quite put it into words, you put it into your own words,
Yeah.
in your own way. But then
Yeah.
I hear it, person next to me at the show hears it, and we connect with it.
Yeah.
And I've had the privilege of sitting with the album, and there are so many moments that kind of knock me back. And there's a lot of heaviness musically to the songs, which I love,
Mhm.
uh, and heaviness kind of to the themes and lyrics. But it's interesting and kind of hearing you describe it. Uh, it's not like you're wallowing in that anger or aggression or the craziness, but there's something else to it, and you're kind of like breaking through it.
I hope so. I hope to empower people. We are powerful. I think that love is the most powerful force in the universe. I really do. And I've been all over the world and met thousands and thousands of people and seen their faces when we play shows. I know who we are. Like humanity is full of good and bad. There's so much evil for sure. But I definitely think there is more of the good. I have seen more of that in the world. So we just have to remember that. Like don't be knocked down by the idea like that there's the world is an evil place and we're the smaller thing for having real human feelings and caring for each other and wanting something better. Like out of life, wanting something better for our children. Most of us are that way.
Yeah.
And I think it's just empowering to know that you're not even close to alone in that. You're not. And we just need to be together. And that's what this music is. It brings us together because when you look out at a show, you know, and see all the people around you coming together, connecting over something simple and human. I mean, it's just in our hearts, in our nature, in ancient times to come together and make sounds and connect on a level that's deeper than just like having a conversation. I don't know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And yeah, I mean, that's I love that about shows that, I could go, whether it's a club with a couple hundred people or an amphitheater with 15,000 people, I might know one or two other people.
Yeah.
And yet we're all there and
But
we're
in
all like
that moment, your
vibing and
family,
connecting. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, it's a family. It's a real community. And yeah, I mean, your music has always inspired that sort of connection and that hope. And I know that's a huge intention of Sanctuary. Uh, as you think about the crazy in the world, and the good and the bad. Was there a particular song on Sanctuary or even lyric that was the hardest for you to write? Whether that was like almost too real or just too heavy thematically?
Uh, I don't know. Being really honest is always a little bit scary, but as soon as you get over the fear, it's the best parts. Like it's not really the part, it's not that it's like, oh, am I really gonna write this? And then you do, and it's like, oh, it couldn't have been anything else. It has to be the most specific thing. I'm trying to think of a particular line. Um, it this is a song that is very different from everything else on the album, so it's interesting to mention it. But Forever Without You took something for me to write. Um, and I couldn't have written it before now. Um, it's hard to go into detail. I feel like the lyrics are so specific, but at
Yeah.
the same time, maybe that's just because it's me and it's my story and I know me. Like the people that know me hear it and are like, oh God, like, because they know me. But I think that that's what's cool about music is that you don't have to know me or care about me to like hear something and feel like you can absorb it into your own heart and apply it to your own life. And I know that I've been through things that millions of people have been through. So, my way of processing a similar experience, I think, is probably going to be really good for people to hear. But yeah, it took something to get there.
Well, and I don't want to sound shallow here, but and I also don't want to project, but I gotta imagine writing a song like that that is difficult or that is personal. It's almost more reason to write it.
Exactly. It's like, this is for me.
Yeah.
Um, Absolutely. Uh, and I even, even that song, which is so intimate and so just like me by myself kind of vibe, like that was one like for collaboration as well. And like it's been such a beautiful thing just to have an open heart. And that's why the last song is the last song, Wide Open Heart. It's like amidst feeling like sometimes everything's against you, like to still have the courage to have an open heart and open your heart to love and to other people and all those things has been so good in my life and so worth it. That song, I had most of it and I'd been working on it and just like hadn't quite glued it together and gotten the perfect punchline. It just wasn't all the way there. And I was hanging out with Skylar Gray. Um, she tapped me to just like get together, maybe try to write some stuff. And um, we got some really cool little starts going that didn't go anywhere. And then we actually recorded a beautiful song that we're just waiting for the ride home for. Um, but I brought that to the table. I was like, also, I have this. Do you want to help me with this? And I had to just tell her my whole life story. And just we have a lot in common. Like we're from different genres, but we are
Yeah.
so alike in our lives and our stories and in our process as well. I just found a really beautiful like sister connection with Skylar, and felt like I'm just gonna open my heart to you. Like here's the deal. And she was just like, oh, I love it, and took it all the way and made just bringing it home like with somebody holding my hand and going like I'm with you and like finishing it with me and making it even better was so beautiful too.
I love that. It's just cool. I mean, you kind of hinted at it at the start of the conversation, but it just seems like you didn't force these things.
Yeah.
Like
It
they
just it
happened.
really felt like fate. Like there're just so many
Yeah.
different connections with people and time and waiting for the right time and then saying yes to ideas and getting in the studio with Jordan and Zach was so fated, like so meant in every way. Just I knew right away on the first day of that we were exactly where we were supposed to be. And it wasn't me that picked up the phone. Like so many of these things kind of happen just universe stuff. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you want to? Okay, let's do it. And then be like, holy crap, this is exactly right. Thank you, universe. Yeah.
As long as you've been doing this, like what a great feeling that that still happens,
Yeah.
right? Or that that happens
So
now.
good. So good. You can't force it. And we don't really have a reason to force it. We made
Right.
so much music that I'm proud of. And I, reached a point more than once over the course of the last 25 years where I went, you know what? Maybe that's it. Like, I'm good. I want to just live my life. But then it called me back, and there was a reason, like falling in love with music and starting to grind it out naturally because it was coming from me, and then realizing it sounds like it sounds because it's real. That if I didn't allow space for that, like after the open door, I don't know what the point would have been. Like
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been good because I needed to need it, and to find myself in it and go, oh, I'm not doing this because it's a good idea. I'm not doing this because there's an audience for it. I'm doing it because that's what I do. Like I want to. And I think this album is that just even more. I mean, we were happy. It feels like such a beautiful thing, like I was saying before, like just share music with people and bring people some joy. Um, but also like being in a band, keeping things together, like having a five-way relationship, all those things are hard. And it's funny because, our first album was a different lineup. And people
Yeah.
tend to think about that because our first album was, the big one. Um, but it's so funny, like how much just humongous, bigger part of it, like the guys are. Like I've been with Tim, Will, and Troy for we're about at 20 years now. And then Emma like joining the picture a couple of years ago. I guess it's been three, almost 3 years, something like that.
Yeah.
Right when she joined, it just was like this perfect piece. We've known each other forever. She's not new in our lives. We love Emma. Like I have been obsessed with stalking friends with Emma forever and wanted to be in a band. But we didn't need a bass player. So it was just like finally this thing. And Tim's like, I want to do guitar. And it's like, oh my God, perfect. Please let it be Emma. It's just been like this perfect piece falling into place. And I think that when it happened, it was right around when it was like, let's start writing new music. And her energy and her sound coming into it was big and inspiring for me.
Yeah.
It was exciting. We love playing together. Everybody's playing great. We know what to do now. We really know each other. But I don't know. I was excited on this album to use her. Like to have moments that really feel and sound like Emma, to have her voice layered in there in specific parts. I don't know. I love the record. What can I say? I'm very
I dig it. You're so happy about it.
I
And
am. Well, I'm
that's how you
finally
should
done.
be.
I'm finally done. I'm finally done because all I can do until it's mastered is sit there and pick apart everything that's wrong with
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
So I'm finally
Well,
done. Just like, oh yeah, that's really good.
that's how it should be. That's how it
Yeah.
should be, man. Well, I want to ask, and I know the album isn't quite out yet. I've sat with the music, and but someone just looking through the track list, like there are powerful words you use just for the titles of these songs, and then once they hear them, takes it to a whole new level. But you know, even the title itself, Sanctuary, and songs like Rapture and Self Destruct and How Do I Heal,
Mhm.
and of course Afterlife. Like I want to ask, and not that these words all are exclusive to this, but they certainly can conjure up ideas about faith, spirituality, religion, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Did that play a role for you in the creative process of this record?
Um, Religion is one of those things that has just become a dirtier and dirtier word to me.
Yeah,
And unfortunately, it's just the peeling away of a layer that seems like it was a lie all along. Because we're seeing people that abuse that in positions of power. Um, so that color exists because of my feelings about that. Spirituality is a very different word. And I mean, through even our conversation about where songs come from, I'm a spiritual person.
yeah,
But I think I think a lot of this album for me is processing things that feel like a reveal, like a disillusionment. And I don't think disillusionment is a bad thing. I think it's part of just being awake and being able to go, oh, just because something's the way it always been, just because something's the way it's always been doesn't make it right.
yeah,
And I'm all about like, how do we make it better? And what's honest? What has honor? And what is true and what is real? That's my religion. Um, the truth of your heart, like human kindness, humanity, like the where we connect in that other place, I feel like that's what's really important. And that's what's kind of feeling like it's disappearing from the spotlight. It's not that it's not still there. It's just not being uplifted.
Yeah,
So anything that I can do to shine a light on reality as dark as it is, um, and the light that's within us that we want to draw out, like that's what I want to do.
I love it. Thank you for sharing that. Um, beyond Sanctuary, I want to talk about a couple of massive songs that you released last year. Fight Like a Girl with K Flay for the Ballerina movie, the incredible
Yeah.
movie, and the incredible song that ended the movie,
Yeah.
and of course Interview with Poppy and Courtney LaPlante. Now, these songs were so great, but also what I love is the fact that you know all of these friends are joining you on the road for this tour this summer too. Had these friendships existed prior to you working on those songs?
Uh, no. Had those songs existed? No, they came up through collaboration. Was that what you're asking me?
No, I'm sorry. Had those friendships with
Oh, I'm sorry.
Poppy, with Courtney,
I
with K
zoned out for
Flay?
2 seconds. Yeah. And scene. Starting here. Um, actually, like a lot of it was through the music. So I had met Courtney before. I hadn't met Poppy in person before, but we knew of each other. Um, and K Flay is someone that I've been a fan of forever and never met, and finally had an excuse. So no, like I feel like the music is really the main thing that brought us together in a natural place, like just being, mutual admirers and wanting to see what it would be like to work together. When I was working on Fight Like a Girl with Tyler Bates, I think from the beginning it was an idea that it would be cool as a collaboration of some kind. And that movie for me is so much the spirit of a woman's power, like just
Yeah.
women badass. And to me, one of the things that gives me power and makes me feel empowered as women is other women. So I really loved the idea of it being a two women collab. And once we started writing the song, it got to that part where it was that bridge, doing whatever it was doing. I was like, man, this, it just dawned on me because I listen to K-Flay all the time. And I just heard her voice on it, like doing some kind of a rap thing. I was like, oh my God, what if we got K-Flay? That's perfect. And then I have an excuse to like potentially make friends with her. So I got her number. It was literally this easy. I was like, get me K-Flay's number until I like, I want to talk to her. I had her number, like, and reached out within like an hour. I just called her on the phone. I was like, here's the deal. Hi, nice to meet you. And just like explain the whole setup, explain the song, explain the idea, and quickly realize that we have a lot in common. We are a lot alike. She's like, cool, I got my rig on the road. I'll check it out. And she listened to it. She's like, I love it. I know exactly what to do. Like, give me a few days. Demoed it out on the road, sent it to me, took care of business. It was perfect immediately. And then we got together in the studio and tracked it and did a little bit of like collab on the creation of it.
Yeah.
So cool. And now we're friends, and she only adds to my coolness and my power. She is the coolest. So real. And then the Poppy and Courtney thing, I've been working like a little bit with Jordan Fish, and he was like, hey, I'm doing this song with Poppy. Like, wouldn't it be cool? Like, what do you think about it? Like, I think it'd be cool as a collab. Um, and from the get-go, he kind of was like, it could be like collab between you and Poppy and Courtney Plant. Like, how cool would that be? I'm like, that would be really badass. Let's see if that's possible. And it was just one of those things of like layering, like I sang some stuff, and then Poppy and Jordan came over to my house right here, and we like sat and like did some writing together on it, and then we had the next part, and then asked Courtney, and she was like, yeah, sent it off to her. She recorded this whole cool thing. I was like, oh my God, took it up to level 3. And then we got to get together for the video, and now we're all going on tour.
Yeah.
So yeah, the sisterhood. It
It-
rules.
well, it's amazing. And listen, I say this as a man, so I don't want to sound silly or patronizing or anything like that. Sincerely, but like I can't even imagine the excitement or the empowerment or the energy or whatever you want to call it, being able to bring K-Flay and Courtney and Poppy and Amy and Georgia from Nova Twins out on the road with
It's
you for this tour.
so exciting to me. So
Yeah,
fun. Like, I mean, it's not like I'm trying to make a huge statement about like women in rock, but that's what I love. Like,
yeah,
those are the artists that are inspiring me. So great. Like, let's get in there and join forces and like lift each other up. That's what it's all about.
absolutely. Well, you played Red Rocks back in 2003. I think that was the first time Evanescence played. It was part of a bigger
Yes.
festival. Right now, the final show you have in the U.S. this year is at Red Rocks in October. You got
Mhm.
to get through the tour first, but Do you
Yeah.
think about that? Like, are you thinking
Yes.
about that?
I'm so excited about that show. And we'll have
Yeah.
K-Play for that one. So I'm excited
Awesome.
about that too. We'll get to do our
Yeah.
song. Um, yes, because 2003 was, I mean, a lifetime ago. And, like just a different band. Like we were
Right.
just
Yeah.
starting playing shows. Um, and it wasn't our show either. I think that's fair. Like
Yeah.
we've never like headlined Red Rocks. That was like a festival thing that we did. So this is something that we have like a few bucket list things that like still haven't been checked off, and that's been on there for a minute. And again, they came to us. It's like, how about Red Rocks? I was like, yes,
Fate.
check. Yeah.
Well, and speaking of bucket list, you got to play some teeny tiny shows with Metallica last year.
Oh yeah, just a
Yeah,
little
just
tiny one.
and I know you
Yeah.
were so excited for that because when we talked a year ago, it was a few months away. I mean,
Yeah.
what was that like?
Oh, it was so fun. And they were so great. They were so gracious. I think, you never know how it's going to be coming into somebody else's world. It's their show and you full on respect, like, okay, it's Metallica, we'll back off, but also like, can we have some good production? Like what exactly can we get away with and how nice
Yeah.
will you be about it? Uh, and they ended up being so cool. They let me put our grand piano out on the snake pit thing. So just live there and I could go for, the couple of moments that I spend at the piano, just surrounded by the crowd. And I mean, I think the biggest one was like, is it wrong to say 80,000 people? It was every
No, I
show
think
was
that's right.
between
Yeah.
50 and 80. No big deal. But it was beautiful because like allowing like just being cool to us, they give us like a cake. Like we got there, made time for us to like hang out a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, but like also I feel like it's so cool when you lift up the other bands and let it feel like this is a night of music and we want every level, every chapter of it to be amazing for the fans and feel like a big show. And by giving us that and letting us have our moment in that way, it felt like it was our show too.
Yeah.
For the time that we were up there. And then at the end of the night, we get to go out and like watch Metallica, and I got to bring my son, who's 11 now, and just at the perfect age to fall in love with metal. Um,
Yes.
so him getting to experience that in the stadium, rain gently starts falling during Nothing Else Matters. Like, I'm just watching his mind go like, I'm in. It was like just such a good thing for my
Yeah.
heart, and just took me back to being that age and falling in love with music.
Man.
So yeah, that was really fun. That was a great way to end the year.
Well, listen, I've got about 75 more questions, but
Sorry, my answers are too long.
no, this is great. You talking about going back to that age of falling in love with music. I mean, you've been making music for a long time.
Yeah.
What was that moment for you as a young kid where you thought, this is what I want to do? Maybe you didn't even know what that meant or how you do it or whatever, but like, that's what I want to do.
I saw the movie Amadeus when I
Yeah.
was like 8 or 9. I think I was 9, and became obsessed. Like I was obsessed with the character and the music of Mozart. Like I wanted to be a mad genius composer, which turns out you can't learn to be. You have to actually be born Mozart. So that didn't quite work out. But that was the first time that my heart like, oh, like
Yeah.
the drama and the beauty of this world of music. And that movie kind of very much depicted this rock star. And that is what it was of this ancient time. So it was so beautiful to kind of see something presented in a way that was unexpected. I don't know. It just really influenced me. It made me want to start taking piano lessons. I begged for piano lessons. We couldn't afford them. My grandparents got me piano lessons. And I cared about them because it wasn't like something that was, you have to do your piano
Forced on
lesson.
you.
I was
Yeah.
begging for a year before it was like, okay, you can have piano lessons. And then I like really took it seriously. Um, and then not that long after that, I, you know, kind of hit puberty and grunge and everything hit. The 90s were such a time for beautiful, heavy, dark music, and unique music, just
Yeah.
every flavor. And I was full on alternative girl. So that classical first fall in love was then met by this angst love. And I think those basic two elements coming together for me are really what made the vision for the band.
Yeah, I love it. Well, we could dive even deeper into that, but Amy, I can't thank you enough for hanging with us tonight.
Thank
Congrats
you.
on everything, straight up everything, but obviously and especially this incredible new album, Sanctuary, this tour that starts very soon. Listeners, grab the album, tour dates, everything you need at evanescence.com. We'll always keep you covered at Loudwire too. But Amy, anytime you want to chat, catch up, whatever, just know it's an open
All
door here
right.
for you.
Thank you. I'll be calling.